What do all prime numbers greater than 3 have in common? Here is a remarkable statement from number theory. For every prime number denoted by p that is strictly greater than 3, p squared minus 1 is divisible by 24. At first glance, this claim may seem surprising. Why should the square of every prime number greater than 3, minus 1, always be a multiple of 24? Stay until the end of this video because we're going to prove this theorem step by step using congruences and divisibility arguments. We begin by observing that 24 is equal to 3 multiplied by 8. Since 3 and 8 are relatively prime numbers, proving that p squared minus 1 is divisible by 24 is equivalent to proving that p squared minus 1 is divisible by 3 and divisible by 8. Therefore, we shall first prove that 3 divides p squared minus 1, and then we shall prove that 8 divides p squared minus 1. So starting by proving that 3 divides p squared minus 1, we begin by factoring the expression p squared minus 1. For every prime number p strictly greater than 3, p squared minus 1 is equal to the quantity p minus 1 multiplied by the quantity p plus 1. Now we recall an important fact. Every prime number strictly greater than 3 is either congruent to 1 modulo 3 or congruent to 2 modulo 3. Indeed, a prime number greater than 3 cannot be congruent to 0 modulo 3 because in that case, it would be divisible by 3 and therefore would not be prime. We now examine the two possible cases. Suppose that p is congruent to 1 modulo 3. Then p minus 1 is congruent to 0 modulo 3. Therefore, the product of the quantity p minus 1 and the quantity p plus 1 is congruent to 0 modulo 3. Hence, p squared minus 1 is congruent to 0 modulo 3. Therefore, 3 divides p squared minus 1. Let us keep this first result in mind. Now suppose that p is congruent to 2 modulo 3. Then p plus 1 is congruent to 3 modulo 3. Therefore, p plus 1 is congruent to 0 modulo 3. Consequently, the product of the quantity p minus 1 and the quantity p plus 1 is congruent to 0 modulo 3. Hence, p squared minus 1 is congruent to 0 modulo 3. Therefore, 3 divides p squared minus 1. Let us keep this second result in mind as well. We have now exhausted all possible congruence classes modulo 3 for a prime number greater than 3. In both cases, we found that p squared minus 1 is divisible by 3. Therefore, for every prime number p strictly greater than 3, 3 divides p squared minus 1. Now let's prove that 8 divides p squared minus 1. Once again, we factor the expression p squared minus 1. P squared minus 1 is equal to the quantity p minus 1 multiplied by the quantity p plus 1. Now we use another important fact. Every prime number strictly greater than 3 is odd. Therefore, p is congruent to 1 modulo 2. Consequently, p minus 1 is congruent to 0 modulo 2, and also p plus 1 is congruent to 2 modulo 2, which is congruent to 0 modulo 2. Hence, there exist natural numbers denoted by k and k prime such that p minus 1 is equal to 2 multiplied by k, and p plus 1 is equal to 2 multiplied by k prime. This means that p squared minus 1, which is equal to the quantity p minus 1 multiplied by the quantity p plus 1, is divisible by 2 multiplied by 2, and since 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4, we conclude that p squared minus 1 is divisible by 4. Now we shall prove that one of the two consecutive even numbers p minus 1 and p plus 1 must be divisible by 4. Suppose that p minus 1 is not divisible by 4. Since p minus 1 is equal to 2 multiplied by k, it follows that 2 does not divide k. Therefore, k is odd. Hence, k can be written as 2 multiplied by k second plus 1, where k second is a natural number. Substituting this expression into p minus 1 gives p minus 1 is equal to 2 multiplied by the quantity 2 multiplied by k second plus 1. Therefore, p minus 1 is equal to 4 multiplied by k second plus 2. Adding 2 to both sides yields p plus 1 is equal to 4 multiplied by k second plus 4. Therefore, p plus 1 is equal to 4 multiplied by k third, where k third is equal to k second plus 1. Hence, 4 divides p plus 1, and 2 divides p minus 1. Since 2 divides p minus 1, we conclude that the product of 2 and 4 divides the product of the quantity p minus 1 and the quantity p plus 1. Since 2 multiplied by 4 is equal to 8, we obtain that 8 divides the quantity p minus 1 and the quantity p plus 1. Therefore, 8 divides p squared minus 1. A completely similar argument shows that if p plus 1 is not divisible by 4, then p minus 1 is divisible by 4. In that situation as well, 8 divides p squared minus 1. Therefore, regardless of the value of the prime number p strictly greater than 3, 8 divides p squared minus 1. We have proved that 3 divides p squared minus 1. We have also proved that 8 divides p squared minus 1. Furthermore, 3 and 8 are relatively prime numbers. Therefore, their product divides p squared minus 1. The product of 3 and 8 is equal to 24, hence 24 divides p squared minus 1. We can therefore conclude that for every prime number p strictly greater than 3, p squared minus 1 is divisible by 24. We have successfully proved a beautiful theorem from elementary number theory. No matter which prime number greater than 3 we choose, the number p squared minus 1 is always divisible by 24. The proof relied on factorization, congruences modulo 3, parity arguments, and divisibility properties. If you learned from this proof, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your favorite theorem in number theory. Finally, if you truly enjoy this kind of educational content and you want to take your own YouTube journey to the next level, I invite you to check out vidIQ. Using the link in the description, vidIQ is an all-in-one solution designed specifically for YouTube creators. It allows you to schedule and publish posts directly on YouTube, analyze your channel's growth with detailed insights, generate thumbnails, create videos, scripts, and access a wide variety of other powerful tools all in one place. If you want to support this channel while also boosting your own YouTube performance, getting a subscription to vidIQ is one of the best ways to do it. Just click the link in the description, explore what it can do for you, and start improving your content today. And if you would like to see more elegant proofs involving prime numbers, congruences, and modular arithmetic, make sure to turn on notifications so that you never miss a new video from the Mathematecher channel, where maths makes sense.